In the vast, sun-baked savannas of Africa, survival is a daily challenge. Here, every creature must adapt or perish. Among the tall grasses and scattered acacia trees, baboons have mastered the art of survival, not through brute strength or speed, but through intelligence, adaptability, and remarkable teamwork. While lions rule as the undisputed kings of power, their strength alone is not enough to guarantee survival for all. And cheetahs, with their lightning speed, can outrun almost any prey, but speed is not the only answer to the dangers of the wild. Baboons, on the other hand, have evolved to be masters of observation and quick thinking. Their greatest asset is their ability to work together, forming tight-knit troops that move as one through the unpredictable landscape. A troop, sometimes numbering over 100 individuals, is a living network of cooperation and vigilance. Within this troop, every member has a role, and their unity is their shield against the many threats that stalk the savannah. Baboons are constantly scanning their environment, using their sharp eyesight to spot predators or opportunities from afar. Their curiosity drives them to investigate anything new, a trait that often leads to innovative solutions for finding food or avoiding danger. The African bush is a mosaic of challenges: hidden predators, sudden storms, and shifting food sources. Baboons thrive here by staying alert and adapting quickly to every change. These adaptable primates are found in a range of habitats, from open grasslands to dense forests and even rocky hillsides. Each environment demands different tactics, and baboons adjust their behavior accordingly. In rocky regions, they climb steep cliffs to escape predators. In forests, they use the trees for shelter and vantage points. Their versatility is unmatched among savanna mammals. Survival depends on a delicate balance, finding enough food while avoiding becoming food themselves. Baboons forage for roots, fruits, seeds, insects, and even small animals, always with sentinels posted to watch for danger. Sentinels stand upright, scanning the horizon for the slightest movement. A single alarm call can send the entire troop scrambling for safety. Knowledge is passed down through generations. Older baboons patiently teach the young how to recognize edible plants, avoid poisonous ones, and identify the tracks and scents of predators. Youngsters learn by watching and imitating, absorbing lessons about which foods are safe and which animals to fear. This transfer of wisdom ensures that each new generation is better equipped to face the challenges of the wild. Social bonds are reinforced through grooming and play, creating a web of trust and cooperation. These relationships are vital for troop cohesion and survival. The baboon's brain is its most powerful tool. With nimble fingers and sharp minds, they manipulate objects, solve puzzles, and even use tools to access hard-to-reach food. Communication is sophisticated. Baboons use a rich vocabulary of calls, gestures, and facial expressions to coordinate movements, warn of threats, and maintain social order. Their vocalizations range from soft grunts to sharp barks, each with a specific meaning understood by the entire troop. Subtle shifts in posture or a flash of teeth can signal anything from reassurance to warning, keeping the complex social structure intact. When danger approaches, a single call can mobilize the troop instantly, sending mothers clutching infants to the center and males to the perimeter. Strong family bonds provide comfort and security, especially during times of stress or threat. Cooperation is the foundation of their survival. Whether foraging, defending against predators, or caring for young, every baboon contributes to the group's success. Watch a troop on the move, and you'll see a living organism, organized, purposeful, and always alert to the world around them. The largest, most powerful males patrol the edges, ready to confront any threat that dares approach. Mothers and their vulnerable infants remain at the heart of the group, shielded by layers of vigilant adults. When danger looms, the troop forms a living fortress, a circle of protection that few predators dare to challenge. This defensive strategy ensures that the youngest and weakest are always given the best chance of survival. Each baboon has a unique role. Some scout ahead, others keep watch, and all contribute to the safety and well-being of the troop. Trust and cooperation are the glue that binds them, allowing them to face the harsh realities of the savannah together. In a world dominated by giants and hunters, it is the baboon's intelligence, adaptability, and unbreakable social bonds that make them true survivors of the African wild. Deep within the tangled jungles, baboons must constantly remain vigilant. Among their most formidable adversaries are the chimpanzees, intelligent, powerful, and relentless hunters. Chimpanzees possess a clear physical advantage. Their muscular build and greater size allow them to dominate most forest creatures, including baboons. But it is not just brute strength that makes chimpanzees dangerous. They are cunning strategists, often hunting in coordinated groups. Their approach is silent and calculated, using the thick undergrowth and shadows to mask their movements. When a troop of chimpanzees targets baboons, they fan out, encircling their prey and blocking every possible escape route. The tension in the air is palpable as the baboons sense the impending threat. In these moments, direct confrontation is not an option for the baboons. Outnumbered and outmatched, they must rely on their intelligence and social cohesion to survive. The first line of defense is communication. A vigilant baboon, often perched at the edge of the troop, will spot the advancing chimps and unleash a piercing alarm call. The alpha male amplifies this warning with a deep, resonant bark that echoes through the forest. This urgent call instantly mobilizes the entire troop. Each member, from the youngest juvenile to the oldest matriarch, understands the signal and prepares for rapid action. The baboons scatter with remarkable speed and coordination. They know that remaining on the ground would be fatal, so they surge toward the nearest trees, using their agility to their advantage. Their escape is not chaotic. Each baboon follows a practiced route, often mapped out through years of experience. The troop's elders lead the way, guiding the younger members to the safest paths upward. Once in the trees, the baboons employ a unique tactic. While chimpanzees are skilled climbers, their heavier bodies limit their movement on the most delicate branches. The baboons ascend to the highest points in the canopy, then venture out onto the thinnest, most flexible branches, places only their lighter frames can reach. These slender branches sway and bend under even a baboon's weight, but for a chimpanzee they are treacherous. Any attempt to follow risks a dangerous fall or a snapped branch. By exploiting this difference, the baboons create a natural barrier. The chimpanzees, frustrated and unable to reach their quarry, are forced to reconsider their pursuit. While perched high above, the baboons remain alert. They watch the chimpanzees' every move, ready to shift position if the predators attempt a new approach. The baboons' strategy is not just about escape, it is about adaptation. They use the forest's complexity to their advantage, blending into the foliage and minimizing movement to avoid detection. Patiently, the baboons wait. The flimsy branches become their sanctuary, a place where the chimpanzee's strength is rendered useless. Eventually, the frustrated hunters abandon the chase, seeking easier prey elsewhere. As the danger passes, the baboons regroup. Their survival is a testament to their intelligence, teamwork, and deep understanding of their environment. In the ongoing contest between predator and prey, it is not always the strongest who prevail, but those who adapt with the greatest ingenuity. As dusk settles over the African savanna, the world of the baboon transforms. The leopard, one of their most formidable predators, emerges from the shadows, its presence a constant threat that shapes every aspect of baboon life. Leopards are masters of stealth, blending seamlessly into the tall grasses and undergrowth. Their bodies are built for silent movement, each step calculated and nearly undetectable. With powerful limbs and retractable claws, leopards can ascend trees with ease, using the cover of branches to observe their surroundings or stalk prey from above. Their padded paws allow them to move without a sound, even across dry leaves and brittle twigs. As night falls, the leopard's advantage grows. Its senses are finely tuned for the darkness, and it becomes a near-invisible hunter beneath the cover of night. The leopard's eyes are specially adapted for nocturnal vision, allowing it to see up to 7 times better in the dark than a human. This adaptation gives it a decisive edge over its prey. In response, baboons have developed their own nighttime strategies. As the sun sets, the troop seeks refuge high in the branches of sturdy trees or on sheer rocky cliffs, choosing sleeping sites that offer both elevation and visibility. Yet, even these precautions are not foolproof. Leopards are agile climbers and can scale both trees and cliffs, making no place entirely safe for the baboons. Under the cloak of darkness, the leopard approaches with calculated patience, using every shadow and silent movement to close in on the vulnerable troop. The baboons, huddled tightly together, remain on edge throughout the night. Their senses are heightened, and even the slightest sound can send ripples of anxiety through the group. When a leopard attacks, chaos erupts. The troop scatters in all directions, each baboon relying on instinct and agility to escape the predator's grasp. The leopard strikes with speed and precision, aiming to seize a baboon and vanish before the troop can mount a defense. Often it targets the largest males, those responsible for defending the group, hoping to weaken the troop's collective strength and reduce future resistance. The baboons respond with piercing screams and frantic movement, their alarm calls echoing through the night as they attempt to evade the predator. In the darkness, their vision is limited, making it difficult to identify the attacker or coordinate a defense. Disorientation and fear spread quickly among the troop. The leopard, silent and confident, dominates the night. Its predatory skills and adaptations make it the undisputed master of the darkness. For the baboons, these nighttime encounters are harrowing. Vulnerability and fear are constant companions until the first light of dawn. Their best hope is to scatter and confuse the predator, making it difficult for the leopard to single out a target before retreating into the darkness. With the arrival of sunrise, the savanna is transformed. The baboons descend from their nighttime refuges, and the balance of power shifts dramatically. In daylight, baboons rely on their exceptional color vision, which surpasses that of leopards. This adaptation allows them to detect subtle movements and spot camouflaged predators hiding in the grass. Their keen eyesight enables them to identify threats at a distance, giving the troop precious seconds to react. When a single baboon spots a leopard, it issues a sharp alarm call. This signal instantly alerts the entire troop, triggering a coordinated response. Unlike at night, the baboons do not flee. Instead, they gather together, standing their ground with remarkable unity. The troop turns to face the threat, presenting a formidable wall of bodies and aggression. This collective defense is known as mobbing, a sophisticated survival tactic unique to social primates like baboons. The troop surrounds the leopard, baring their long, sharp canine teeth, screaming and lunging forward in a display of strength and aggression. This behavior is not only brave, but highly effective. The baboon's numbers and coordinated aggression can overwhelm even the most determined predator. While a single baboon stands little chance against a leopard, a united troop of 50 or more can turn the tables, forcing the predator to reconsider its attack. The troop's coordinated lunges and deafening screams create confusion and intimidation, surrounding the leopard from all sides. The leopard, a solitary hunter, is at a disadvantage in the face of such organized resistance. It cannot afford to risk injury, as even a minor wound could mean starvation in the wild. For a leopard, an injury is a life-threatening setback, making caution essential during any confrontation. Faced with the relentless aggression of the baboon mob, the leopard almost always chooses to retreat, abandoning its hunt. In the light of day, the baboons' teamwork, vigilance, and courage transform them from vulnerable prey into a force that can drive even the most skilled predator away. Their survival depends on these remarkable adaptations, shaped by the ever-changing rhythms of night and day. On the African savanna, lions reign as apex predators, powerful, cunning, and relentless. For baboons, every day is a test of vigilance and strategy as they share this unforgiving landscape with their most formidable enemy. Baboons are acutely aware of the threat lions pose. Their survival depends on constant alertness, and the troop's safety hinges on the sharp eyes of sentinels posted high above the ground. A lone lion is dangerous, but a coordinated pride is a catastrophe in waiting. Lions hunt with patience and teamwork, often using the cover of tall grass to approach undetected. To counter this, baboons exploit the landscape. They climb to the highest vantage points, towering trees, rocky outcrops, or even termite mounds where they can scan for movement on the horizon. When a sentinel spots a lion, it issues a sharp, unmistakable bark. This alarm ripples through the troop, triggering an immediate and coordinated response. Adults gather the young, and the entire group retreats to safety. On open ground, baboons are at their most vulnerable. Lions can accelerate with explosive speed, and a baboon caught in the open rarely escapes. The troop avoids these exposed areas whenever possible, moving quickly and quietly when they must cross. Yet, baboons are not merely passive prey. In rare and desperate circumstances, they may approach lion cubs left unguarded, especially when lionesses are away hunting. This calculated risk is not for food, but to eliminate a future threat to the troop. With the adult lionesses distracted, a bold baboon may attempt to snatch a cub. This act is fraught with peril. If the lionesses return, the baboon's fate is sealed. Such behavior is a testament to the baboon's forward-thinking nature. By removing a future predator, they hope to secure the troop's long-term safety, even at great personal risk. There are documented cases where baboons have stood their ground, mobbing a lioness to drive her away from the troop. But such defiance can provoke a deadly response, as lions are quick to retaliate. The troop's cohesion is its greatest defense. Baboons rely on numbers, forming tight circles with the young at the center, while dominant males position themselves on the periphery, ready to confront danger. But lions are master strategists. A lioness who has lost a cub may feign weakness, calling loudly to lure the baboons closer, while the rest of the pride lies hidden in the grass, waiting for the perfect moment to strike. Overconfident baboons, believing they have the upper hand, may descend from their safe perches to mob the lone lioness, unaware of the trap being set. As the baboons close in, the hidden pride springs into action, launching a coordinated ambush that can scatter the troop and isolate individuals. In these moments, the baboon's own tactics are turned against them. The savanna becomes a chessboard, with each side anticipating the other's moves. The ensuing chaos is a test of nerve and agility. Only the most alert and agile baboons escape, darting for the nearest tree or rocky refuge. These encounters are not just battles of strength, but of intelligence and adaptability. Baboons must weigh every risk, knowing that a single miscalculation can be fatal. Even in the trees, safety is not absolute. There are rare but chilling accounts of lions driven by hunger or rage, climbing several meters up tree trunks in pursuit of their quarry. In these desperate moments, baboons must rely on their agility and balance, moving swiftly through the canopy to evade capture. The troop's survival depends on unity and quick decision-making. Dominant males may confront the threat, while others shepherd the young to safety, vanishing into dense foliage. In the aftermath, the troop regroups, reinforcing bonds and learning from each encounter. Every close call shapes their future strategies, making them ever more adept at surviving in a world ruled by lions. The struggle between baboons and lions is a relentless contest of wits, courage, and adaptation, a testament to the complexity of life on the savanna, where only the most resourceful endure. For baboons, the river's edge is both a lifeline and a gauntlet. Water is absolutely essential for survival in the African wilderness, but every trip to drink is fraught with peril. The riverbank is a place where the promise of life meets the constant threat of death. The most formidable danger lurking beneath the surface is the Nile crocodile. These ancient predators are masters of patience and camouflage, blending seamlessly with the muddy water and floating debris. A crocodile can remain motionless for hours, its eyes and nostrils just above the surface, waiting for the perfect moment to strike. To the untrained eye, a crocodile may look like nothing more than a drifting log, but for baboons, every ripple and shadow in the water is a potential threat. The crocodile's ambush is swift and brutal. When a baboon leans down to drink, the crocodile can explode from the water with astonishing speed, its jaws snapping shut with one of the most powerful bites in the animal kingdom. In the water, baboons are at their most vulnerable. Their agility and climbing prowess offer no advantage here. The river's edge strips them of their usual defenses, forcing them to rely on intelligence, caution, and social cooperation. Baboons have developed a sophisticated set of survival tactics to navigate this hazardous environment. Before approaching the water, they pause, scanning the riverbank and the surface for any sign of danger. The troop often sends out scouts, individuals who approach first, testing the safety of the area while others watch from a distance. But baboons do not face these dangers alone. They have learned to exploit the presence of other animals to increase their chances of survival. One of their most effective strategies is to drink near large, aggressive animals like hippos. Hippos are territorial giants, feared by nearly every creature in the river, including crocodiles. Their sheer size and unpredictable aggression create a natural barrier, deterring crocodiles from approaching. Baboons will often wait until hippos are present at the water's edge, then position themselves nearby. The hippos, indifferent to the baboons, inadvertently provide a protective shield. This unlikely partnership allows baboons to access water with a reduced risk of ambush. In addition to relying on hippos, baboons are acutely aware of the behaviors of other riverbank residents. Egyptian geese, for example, are highly vigilant and quick to sound the alarm at the slightest hint of danger. Their loud, frantic calls serve as an early warning system for the entire river community. When a goose takes flight in panic, baboons immediately freeze, scanning for the threat that triggered the alarm. They trust these signals, often retreating from the water until the danger has passed. This interspecies communication is a testament to the baboon's adaptability and keen observational skills. The river's edge is also a place of constant negotiation. Baboons must compete with other animals for access to water, all while remaining alert to predators. They move in coordinated groups, taking turns to drink while others keep watch. This teamwork minimizes individual risk and ensures the safety of the troop. Baboons never approach the river blindly. They assess the presence and behavior of hippos, monitor the reactions of birds, and remain vigilant for any sign of crocodiles. If conditions seem unsafe, they will move along the bank, searching for a more secure spot or waiting until the threat subsides. Through a combination of intelligence, social cooperation, and an acute awareness of their environment, baboons have mastered the art of survival at the river's edge. Their ability to read the landscape, interpret the signals of other species, and adapt their behavior to changing risks is a remarkable example of animal ingenuity. In this dangerous world, it is not just strength or speed that ensures survival, but the ability to think, observe, and act with caution. For baboons, every successful trip to the river is a triumph of strategy over brute force, a testament to their resilience and adaptability in the face of Africa's most formidable predators. The baboon's diet is a masterclass in adaptability and resourcefulness, shaped by the challenges of Africa's ever-changing landscapes. As true omnivores, baboons consume an astonishing variety of foods, allowing them to thrive in environments ranging from arid savannas to dense forests and riverine woodlands. Their primary food source is plant matter, which can make up as much as 90% of their intake. Baboons forage for tender leaves, shoots, and grasses, often moving in large groups to cover more ground. In the wet season, they feast on a bounty of ripe fruits, berries, and seeds, climbing trees with surprising agility to reach figs, wild plums, and pods high in the canopy. When the rains fade and the landscape dries, baboons shift their focus to roots, bulbs and tubers buried deep beneath the soil. Using their powerful hands and dexterous fingers, they dig persistently, sometimes unearthing edible treasures that other animals overlook. They also strip bark from trees and gnaw on woody stems, extracting moisture and nutrients during the harshest months. Baboons are opportunistic foragers, constantly sampling new foods. They consume flowers, nectar, and tree sap, especially from acacias and other gum-producing trees. Mushrooms and fungi are eaten when available, and in some regions, baboons have been observed eating aquatic plants along riverbanks or even wading into shallow water to collect edible roots. Their diet is not limited to vegetation. Baboons actively seek out animal protein, which is vital for their health, especially for pregnant and nursing females. They hunt insects such as beetles, termites, ants, and grasshoppers, often using sticks to extract termites from mounds or licking ants from branches. Snails and other invertebrates are cracked open on rocks and quickly devoured. Baboons are also skilled hunters of small vertebrates. They raid bird nests for eggs and chicks, snatch rodents and lizards, and occasionally target larger prey. In coordinated groups, they may hunt young antelope, such as the fawns of Thompson's gazelles, relying on their keen eyesight and teamwork to spot and capture well-camouflaged targets hidden in tall grass. Hunting larger prey, like the formidable Nile monitor lizard, requires remarkable cooperation. Baboons encircle the lizard, distract it from the front and attack from behind, flipping it over to expose its vulnerable underside. This sophisticated strategy highlights their intelligence and social coordination. Baboons are also known for their ingenuity when faced with tough challenges. Ostrich eggs, for example, are a rare but highly prized food. To access the rich yolk inside, baboons must first evade the fiercely protective parent ostriches and then break through the egg's thick shell. They have been observed using rocks as tools, smashing the eggs or striking them against hard surfaces until they crack open, a clear demonstration of problem-solving skills. Seasonal changes drive baboons to constantly adjust their foraging strategies. During times of scarcity, they expand their menu to include less palatable foods, such as bark, cactus fruit, or even unripe pods. Their ability to exploit such a wide range of resources ensures that they rarely go hungry, no matter how unpredictable their environment becomes. The baboon's diet is a testament to their adaptability, intelligence, and resilience. By mastering the art of foraging and hunting across diverse habitats and shifting seasons, baboons have secured their place as one of Africa's most successful and versatile primates. In the wilds of Africa, survival often depends on forging unexpected alliances. Baboons, with their sharp intelligence and adaptability, have mastered the art of forming unlikely friendships with other species, alliances that dramatically increase their chances of survival. Among the most remarkable of these partnerships is the one between baboons and impalas. These two species, though vastly different in appearance and behavior, have developed a sophisticated system of cooperation that benefits both parties. Baboons and impalas are frequently observed feeding side by side on the open savanna. This is not a mere coincidence, but a deliberate strategy. By staying close, they create a living network of vigilance, each species compensating for the other's weaknesses. The impala, a graceful antelope, is renowned for its acute sense of hearing and smell. Even the faintest rustle in the grass or the subtlest scent on the wind can alert an impala to the presence of a stalking predator. Their large, mobile ears constantly scan for danger, and their sensitive noses can detect the approach of a leopard or lion long before it becomes visible. Baboons, on the other hand, contribute their exceptional eyesight and strategic use of the landscape. Often, a few members of the troop will climb into acacia trees or perch atop termite mounds, scanning the horizon for any sign of movement. Their color vision allows them to spot camouflaged predators that might go unnoticed by other animals. When danger is detected, the response is immediate and coordinated. An impala may snort and stamp, while a baboon issues a sharp alarm bark. Instantly, both groups become alert, and the entire mixed species assembly is ready to flee. This rapid communication makes it exceedingly difficult for predators to launch a successful ambush. Real-life observations have documented leopards abandoning hunts when confronted by the combined vigilance of baboons and impalas. The predator, unable to approach undetected, is forced to retreat, its element of surprise lost. Yet, these alliances are not without tension. During the impala calving season, large male baboons have occasionally been seen preying on vulnerable fawns. While the majority of the troop maintains the alliance, opportunistic individuals may exploit the situation, reminding us that nature's partnerships are complex and sometimes fraught with risk. Baboons also form associations with other species. Along rocky cliffs, they share their homes with colonies of rock hierarchies. This relationship is subtle but effective. Hierarchies, small and agile, are a favorite prey of the formidable martial eagle. By living in close proximity to baboons, the hierarchies benefit from the troop's presence, which can deter eagles from swooping down. The hierarchies in turn provide an additional layer of security for the baboons. Their sheer numbers create a dilution effect, reducing the likelihood that any one individual, baboon or hyrax, will be targeted by a predator. Moreover, hyraxes possess a unique adaptation, a specialized structure in their eyes that allows them to look directly at the sun. This enables them to spot eagles that attempt to attack from the glare, and their alarm calls can alert the entire community to danger from above. These intricate webs of cooperation are a testament to the resourcefulness of baboons. By forging alliances with impalas, hyraxes, and even other species like warthogs or bush bucks in certain regions, baboons create a dynamic, multi-layered defense system. Each species brings its own strengths, and together they form a formidable barrier against the many threats of the African wilderness. In the end, these unlikely friendships are not just about survival. They are a vivid example of how different animals can come together, each playing a unique role in the ongoing drama of life on the savanna. For baboons living in the vast African savanna, threats are not limited to the ground. The open sky above is a constant source of peril, demanding vigilance from every member of the troop, young and old alike. The troop's survival depends on their ability to detect and respond to aerial predators. Every glance upward is a calculated act of self-preservation, especially for the most vulnerable members. Africa's skies are patrolled by formidable raptors, each presenting a unique threat. Young baboons, with their small size and inexperience, are particularly at risk, often targeted by these silent hunters. The martial eagle stands out as the most dangerous of these predators. With its imposing presence and unmatched hunting prowess, it is a force to be reckoned with. As Africa's largest eagle, the martial eagle boasts a wingspan that can exceed 2 meters. Its powerful build and muscular talons are perfectly adapted for seizing prey. Its vision is legendary, capable of detecting the slightest movement from kilometers away. A baby baboon, even when nestled close to its mother, can be spotted from high above. When the eagle strikes, it does so with astonishing speed. Folding its wings, it plummets toward the earth in a controlled dive, talons extended, ready to deliver a lethal blow. The attack is nearly silent, giving the baboons little warning. The element of surprise is the eagle's greatest weapon. Martial eagles often use the sun to their advantage, approaching from the glare so that their shadow is masked and their descent goes unnoticed until the final moment. Juvenile baboons that stray from the protective center of the troop are at greatest risk. Isolation makes them easy targets for a hungry raptor. The martial eagle's hind talon is as long as a human finger, capable of piercing and killing a small primate instantly. Its grip is powerful enough to carry off prey many times its own weight. Yet hunting baboons is not without risk for the eagle. The troop's collective defense can quickly turn the hunter into the hunted. If the eagle's attack fails, and it finds itself grounded, the situation becomes perilous. The baboons waste no time in responding. The troop will immediately converge, mobbing the eagle with coordinated aggression. Their numbers and ferocity overwhelm even the most powerful raptor. Baring their teeth and screaming, the baboons create a wall of noise and intimidation, deterring the eagle from further attack and protecting their young. On the ground, the martial eagle is awkward and vulnerable. It cannot match the speed or aggression of dozens of angry baboons. In these moments, the troop's unity is their greatest weapon. They will not hesitate to attack and kill the eagle to eliminate the threat. Such fierce defense demonstrates the lengths to which baboons will go to protect their offspring, reinforcing the importance of group cohesion. The risk of injury or death makes even the most determined eagle hesitate before launching an attack on a baboon troop. The martial eagle is not the only threat. The African fish eagle, though primarily a hunter of fish, is an opportunist and will target small mammals when the chance arises. Its powerful talons are designed for gripping slippery prey, but they are equally effective at snatching a distracted young baboon near water. The fish eagle's opportunistic nature means that any lapse in vigilance can be fatal for a baboon near a riverbank or waterhole. A baby baboon venturing too close to the water's edge is exposed, and the fish eagle will not hesitate to exploit such an opportunity. The eagle's talons, curved and razor-sharp, are capable of seizing and carrying off small animals with ease, making them a formidable threat. In addition to direct predation, fish eagles are notorious thieves. They will swoop in to steal food from unsuspecting baboons, adding another layer of competition and danger. For baboons, the sky is a realm of constant uncertainty. Their survival depends on sharp senses, group cooperation, and an unyielding awareness of the dangers that soar above the African plains. As the boundaries of their ancestral territories shift, baboons find themselves navigating landscapes transformed by human expansion. Where once there were endless stretches of savanna and forest, now there are unfamiliar structures, new scents, and strange sounds. For baboons, adaptation is a matter of survival. They move through fragmented habitats, learning to read the subtle changes in their environment, where the wild meets the constructed. Their curiosity drives them to investigate every opportunity. A fallen fruit, a discarded object, or a new plant species, each is carefully examined for its potential as food or tool. Baboons use their intelligence to map out these new territories, memorizing safe paths and vantage points. They communicate with subtle signals, warning each other of dangers or signaling the discovery of resources. Their confidence grows as they master these altered spaces. They become bolder, venturing further into the unknown, always alert to the shifting patterns of their world. Ingenious problem solvers, baboons, experiment with new techniques, using sticks, stones, and even their own bodies to access food sources that were once out of reach. Cooperation is key. In these challenging environments, baboons rely on teamwork, coordinating their actions to outwit competitors and avoid threats. Their dexterous hands and sharp minds allow them to solve complex problems, adapting their behaviors to suit the demands of their changing world. Social bonds grow stronger as they face new challenges together. Each member of the troop plays a role, from vigilant sentinels to resourceful foragers. Lookouts keep watch from high perches, alerting the group to any sign of danger or opportunity. Their vigilance is crucial in these unpredictable environments. Over time, baboons learn which areas yield the best rewards and which are best avoided. They develop mental maps of their surroundings, returning to favored spots and marking their presence. When resources are scarce, baboons adapt their diets, sampling new plants and inventing creative ways to find water and nourishment. Shelter becomes a priority as familiar hiding places disappear. Baboons seek out new refuges, using their agility to find safety in unexpected places. The risks are ever present. Baboons must defend themselves and their young from new dangers, using vocalizations and displays to ward off threats. Each day brings new challenges. baboons test the boundaries of their world, cautiously exploring and learning from every encounter. Their agility and strength allow them to traverse difficult terrain, overcoming obstacles with determination and skill. Heightened senses help them detect subtle changes, an unfamiliar scent, a distant movement, a new sound. Each clue is vital for survival. Learning is constant. Baboons observe, experiment, and remember, passing knowledge through generations and shaping the future of their troop. Even in landscapes altered by humans, baboons find ways to thrive, seeking out wild fruits and adapting to the rhythms of the land. Yet, the unpredictability of their environment means they must always be ready to retreat, regroup, and adapt to sudden changes. In quiet moments, baboons pause to observe the world around them, their keen eyes reflecting the challenges and possibilities of a life in transition. The line between wild and changed land is ever shifting. Baboons move fluidly between these worlds, adapting their ancient instincts to modern realities. Their creativity knows no bounds. Each new challenge is met with innovation as baboons invent solutions to the puzzles of their evolving world. These remarkable behaviors are a testament to their intelligence and adaptability, traits that have allowed them to survive for millennia. Through it all, the bonds of family and community remain strong. Grooming, play, and shared rest reinforce the unity that is their greatest strength. In a world of constant change, baboons rely on their wits, resilience, and deep social ties to carve out a place for themselves, survivors, innovators, and true masters of adaptation. In the heart of the troop, communication is the invisible thread binding baboon society together. Far from silent, baboons possess a rich and varied language that transcends words, a tapestry woven from vocalizations, body language, and intricate social signals. Every morning begins with a chorus of calls. Deep barks echo across the landscape, alerting the group to danger or rallying scattered members. High-pitched screams pierce the air during disputes or when a juvenile is threatened, instantly drawing the attention of adults. Soft grunts and rhythmic lip smacks keep close companions connected as they forage, signaling reassurance and friendship. But sound is only part of the story. Baboon communication is profoundly visual. A raised eyebrow, a sudden freeze, or a subtle shift in posture can convey warnings or intentions. Dominant males assert their authority with stiff-legged walks and deliberate stares, while submissive individuals lower their bodies and avert their gaze, diffusing tension before it can escalate. Facial expressions hold deep meaning within the troop. A rapid flash of eyelids warns of irritation, while a toothy yawn, far from a sign of boredom, signals stress or the intent to intimidate. Grooming sessions, beyond hygiene, are silent dialogues of trust, alliance, and reconciliation. Delicate fingers part fur, removing debris and parasites, but also soothing nerves and reaffirming bonds. Youngsters learn the rules of this complex language through play. Chasing, wrestling, and gentle nipping are not just games, they are lessons in negotiation, boundaries, and alliance building. Each gesture is carefully observed and mimicked, ensuring the next generation masters the unspoken codes of troop life. When threats loom, communication shifts in an instant. Alarm calls ripple outward, each baboon relaying the message with precision. The troop responds as one. Mothers gather infants, sentinels scan the horizon, and the group moves in coordinated retreat or defense. These rapid exchanges can mean the difference between safety and danger. Through countless daily interactions, baboons maintain a dynamic web of relationships. Their language, spoken and silent, guides every decision, from sharing food to settling disputes. In the ever-changing world they navigate, the ability to communicate clearly and efficiently is not just an advantage, it is the key to survival. By unraveling the secrets of baboon communication, we glimpse the intelligence and social complexity that define these remarkable primates. Every call, gesture, and glance is a testament to their adaptability and the enduring strength of their community. In the world of baboons, grooming is far more than a matter of cleanliness. It's the cornerstone of social life. Amid the dappled shade of the savanna, baboons gather in tight-knit clusters, fingers gently parting fur with practiced precision. Each careful movement is a silent conversation, reinforcing the invisible bonds that hold the troop together. Grooming is a privilege, not a right. High-ranking individuals often receive the most attention, their status reflected in the eager hands of subordinates. In return, these dominant baboons offer protection, mediating disputes and defending the group from threats. The act of grooming becomes a currency, traded for favor, safety, and support within the complex web of troop hierarchy. But the benefits go deeper than politics. As baboons groom, their heart rates slow, stress melts away, and trust is quietly reaffirmed. A mother soothes her anxious offspring with gentle strokes, while old rivals set aside past differences in a rare moment of peace. The rhythmic motion of fingers through fur is a lullaby, calming nerves and easing tensions after a day of foraging and conflict. Youngsters, eager to find their place, watch and imitate the elders. Their tentative attempts at grooming are met with patience, teaching them the subtle etiquette of social interaction. Through these lessons, the next generation learns not just how to survive, but how to thrive together. Occasionally a baboon is left on the fringes, isolated from the group. For these individuals, the absence of grooming is more than loneliness. It is a warning sign, a silent marker of lost status or broken trust. To be groomed is to belong. As the sun sets, the troop settles into a tapestry of companionship. The day's final grooming sessions serve as a gentle reminder. In the unpredictable wilds of Africa, unity is the greatest defense. Through the simple art of grooming, baboons maintain not only their health, but the fragile harmony of their society. Across the ever-changing landscapes of Africa, baboons are constantly on the move. Their journeys, though often overlooked, are a testament to their adaptability and resilience. Each troop claims a territory, an invisible map etched in memory and reinforced by daily patrols. These boundaries are not marked by fences, but by scent, calls, and the steady rhythm of movement as the group travels from one resource to the next. At dawn, the troop descends from their nighttime roosts, often rugged cliffs or towering trees. They set out in single file, led by vigilant scouts who scan the horizon for danger and opportunity. Their path is never random. Decades of tradition and instinct guide them to waterholes, fruiting trees, and grassy patches where roots and insects lie hidden. The routes may shift with the seasons, responding to the pulse of rainfall and the ebb of drought. But the savanna is a crowded stage. Neighboring troops, each with their own territory, are never far away. Encounters at the borders can be tense. Loud barks and aggressive displays erupt as groups size each other up, defending their home range and the precious resources within. Sometimes these standoffs escalate into full-blown skirmishes, with dominant males leading charges to drive rivals back. Injuries are not uncommon, and the outcome can reshape the local balance of power. Yet, baboons are pragmatic. In times of scarcity, boundaries blur. Troops may venture farther, risking confrontation for a chance at survival. The elders remember hidden water sources or abandoned orchards, guiding the group with hard-won wisdom. Mothers keep their young close, ever watchful for signs of trouble as they navigate unfamiliar ground. Through it all, environmental adaptation is key. Baboons adjust their diets, alter their travel routes, and even change their daily rhythms to cope with shifting conditions. They use rocks and cliffs for safety during the dry season, then expand into open grasslands when rains return. This flexibility ensures their survival, even as the landscape transforms around them. By sunset, the troop returns to their chosen roost, sometimes the same as the night before, sometimes a new haven discovered on the day's trek. Here, Beneath the fading light, they regroup and rest, ready to face another day on the move. In the endless dance of migration and territorial defense, baboons reveal their greatest strength, the ability to adapt, endure, and flourish, no matter where the journey leads. In the heart of every baboon troop, a remarkable story unfolds, one of care, teaching, and survival. Parenting among baboons is a full-time commitment, with mothers at the very center of their infants' worlds from the moment they're born. A newborn baboon clings tightly to its mother's fur, wide-eyed and vulnerable. For the first weeks, this close contact is unbroken. The mother cradles her infant as she forages, travels, and rests. Every movement is gentle, deliberate. She shields her baby from the jostling of the group and the ever-present dangers of the wild. Maternal care is more than protection. It's a masterclass in survival. The infant learns by watching how to select ripe fruit, where to dig for roots, and which predators to fear. As the days pass, the baby gains strength and curiosity. Soon it ventures from its mother's embrace, exploring under her watchful gaze. Play is essential. Young baboons tumble and wrestle, developing muscles and social skills that will serve them for life. But the mother is never far away. At the first sign of trouble, a sudden alarm bark, or the shadow of a raptor overhead, she scoops up her infant, pressing it close. The bond between mother and child is fierce, unyielding. Baboon parenting is not a solitary effort. Older siblings, aunts, and even unrelated females may help care for the young, forming a network of support. This collective vigilance is vital. In the chaos of a predator attack or a territorial skirmish, the troop rallies around its most vulnerable members, forming a living shield of bodies and bravado. Infant development is marked by milestones. First steps are taken with wobbly determination. Teeth emerge, allowing for the first tastes of solid food. Playgroups form, where the young test boundaries and forge lifelong friendships. Through it all, mothers guide with patience, grooming, comforting, and, when necessary, disciplining their offspring. The journey from helpless newborn to independent juvenile is fraught with challenges, but it is also filled with moments of tenderness and triumph. In the warm embrace of the troop, each baboon learns not only how to survive, but how to thrive in a world that is as unpredictable as it is beautiful. Here, among the rocks and grasses, the next generation of baboons takes its first steps, watched over, taught, and fiercely protected by those who came before. In the bustling world of a baboon troop, harmony is never guaranteed. Beneath the surface of social grooming and playful antics, tensions simmer over food, status, and even affection. Conflict is a natural part of troop life, arising as individuals compete for scarce resources or vie for position within the hierarchy. Disagreements often begin with a glance or a subtle gesture, a dominant male asserting his right to feed first, or a young female encroaching on a coveted resting spot. Vocalizations quickly escalate. Sharp barks, grunts, and piercing screams ripple through the group, signaling rising agitation. Physical confrontations, though rarely fatal, can be sudden and intense. Baboons bare their teeth, slap the ground, or lunge forward in displays of strength. But violence is not the only answer. The troop has evolved sophisticated strategies to diffuse tension and restore peace. Lower-ranking individuals may employ appeasement gestures, submissive grins, head dips, or even presenting their hindquarters to placate aggressors. Frequently, grooming becomes a tool for reconciliation, as former rivals pick through each other's fur, the ritual soothing nerves and reaffirming bonds. Leadership plays a crucial role. The alpha male, often supported by a coalition of allies, intervenes to break up fights, his mere presence enough to halt most disputes. High-ranking females, too, wield influence, using vocal commands or strategic alliances to mediate conflicts among the younger members. These matriarchs are especially adept at balancing troop stability with their own interests, guiding group decisions with a mix of authority and subtlety. Occasionally, unresolved grievances linger. Tensions may flare at the next feeding, or lead to temporary splits within the troop. But, more often than not, consensus prevails. Through ritualized displays, reconciliation, and the ever-present web of social relationships, the troop finds its equilibrium once more. This dynamic system of conflict and resolution is the glue that holds the baboon society together. It ensures that, even in the face of disagreement, the needs of the group outweigh the impulses of the individual. In this ever-shifting landscape of alliances and rivalries, baboons demonstrate that survival is not just about strength, but about the art of compromise and the wisdom of leadership. As the African landscape transforms with the rhythm of the seasons, baboons reveal their remarkable ability to adapt, both in body and in behavior. The onset of the dry season brings intense heat and parched earth. Water holes shrink, grass turns brittle, and the once abundant fruits and leaves become scarce. For the baboon troop, survival now depends on their keen awareness and flexibility. Behaviorally, baboons adjust their daily routines. In the scorching midday sun, the troop seeks refuge in the shade of acacia trees or among cool rock outcrops, reducing activity to conserve energy and avoid overheating. Early mornings and late afternoons become the prime hours for foraging, as cooler temperatures allow the troop to travel greater distances in search of food and water. Their diet shifts in response to what the land provides. During lean times, baboons become true generalists, digging for roots, stripping bark, or even turning to insects and small vertebrates hidden beneath the soil. Their dexterous hands and sharp eyesight are put to the test as they extract moisture-rich tubers or crack open tough seed pods. When rivers recede, some baboons have been observed catching fish or crustaceans, showcasing an impressive capacity for innovation. Physiologically, baboons are well suited to withstand harsh climates. Their thick fur offers insulation during cold nights, while the bare skin on their faces, hands, and rumps helps dissipate excess heat during the day. Their bodies can tolerate mild dehydration, and they are capable of traveling for miles to reach distant water sources. During the rainy season, the landscape bursts back to life. Baboons adapt once again, expanding their home range and feasting on new growth, fresh shoots, fruits, and flowers. The abundance of food leads to more social interaction, with playful chases and grooming sessions becoming more frequent. Seasonal changes also influence reproduction. Births are often timed to coincide with periods of plenty, giving infants the best chance of survival. Mothers benefit from increased food availability, while the entire troop can share in the care and protection of the young. Through every cycle of drought and rain, heat and cold, baboons demonstrate an extraordinary resilience. Their ability to read the subtle cues of their environment and to respond with intelligence and ingenuity ensures they not only survive, but thrive in one of the world's most unpredictable habitats. In the heart of the troop, a different rhythm takes hold, a dance of curiosity, mischief, and discovery. Baboon play is far more than simple fun. For the youngest members, every leap, tumble, and chase is a lesson in survival, woven seamlessly into the fabric of daily life. Juvenile baboons engage in a captivating array of play behaviors. Some mimic the movements of adults, practicing mock fights where they wrestle, bite gently, and test their strength. These playful skirmishes are not random. They build critical skills, agility, coordination, and the ability to read social cues. Others invent games of chase, darting between rocks and branches, honing their reflexes to evade would-be predators or assert their place in the troop's hierarchy. Imitation is at the core of baboon learning. Youngsters watch intently as older troop members forage, learning how to distinguish edible roots from toxic ones, or how to crack open a stubborn nut. Sometimes a mother will purposefully allow her infant to experiment with a new food or tool, providing gentle guidance but encouraging independence. In this way, knowledge is passed down through generations, each troop member contributing to the collective wisdom. Social play isn't just about physical survival, It's the foundation of lifelong bonds. Through grooming games and mock alliances, young baboons test the boundaries of friendship and rivalry. These interactions teach them the subtle art of negotiation, trust, and cooperation, all vital for navigating the complex social world of the troop. But play also comes with risk. A misjudged leap or an overzealous tussle can lead to minor injuries, or draw the attention of watchful adults who enforce the rules. Such boundaries, set through vocalizations and body language, help young baboons understand the limits of acceptable behavior, shaping their place within the group. As the sun sets, the echoes of joyful shrieks and playful scuffles fade into the evening air. For baboons, play is not a distraction from survival, it is survival. Every game, every lesson learned in the safety of the troop prepares these clever primates for the challenges of the wild, ensuring that the next generation will be just as resilient, resourceful, and remarkable as those that came before.